A former FEMA employee claims a supervisor told a Capitol Hill press conference he witnessed deliberate, systematic denial and underpayment of flood insurance settlements to victims of Superstorm Sandy. One America's Neil McCabe has more from Washington.
The October 2012 Superstorm Sandy was a vicious combination of hurricane-force winds, ice, snow, and freezing rain. Now, more than 3 years later, hundreds of Sandy victims came to Washington to demand action on their delayed flood insurance claims. And here Jeff Coolidge, a FEMA insider, confirmed their worst anxieties were real.
I can tell you from what I've seen with my own eyes and my years of training and my experience that this process is designed to underpay the people. I was literally losing sleep because I didn't want to be a part of that fraud anymore.
Coolidge said he worked for a contractor hired by FEMA to process flood insurance claims with a program that calculated a settlement amount. If a claims agent reached an amount higher than the program's, FEMA automatically denied the claim.
And if we saw more flood damage than its threshold allowed, we were told not to pay for it.
The press conference was hosted by New Jersey Republican Congressman Tom MacArthur. The Jersey Shore congressman was an insurance executive before joining public life.
The people behind me, the people that are in this room, are the faces of people that lived through that devastation. And when they called on their government did not answer. These are the faces of victims of circumstances beyond their control who have been treated like they did something wrong.
MacArthur said he wants FEMA Director Craig Fugate fired, and he wants congressional hearings.
Look, if a private insurer had done what FEMA's doing, the government would be all over them. It's a disgrace. It might be fraud. It might be a crime. That's what I want to find out.
Before the press conferences, the Sandy victims visited with other congressmen and senators. Then they boarded their 4 buses to hold a demonstration in front of FEMA headquarters. George Casimus, founder of Stop FEMA Now, said he organized the trip to Washington out of desperation.
There's 19,000 people right now in New York and New Jersey who still are fighting with FEMA and saying we have not got paid. We're talking about homes that got pushed off their foundation, and we have a $250,000 policy, and they're paying us $10 grand.
Raphael Lemaitre, a FEMA spokesman, told One American News, the agency is very concerned about Sandy victims' plight and refers all allegations of wrongdoing to their Inspector General.
These are survivors that have legitimate claims with their flood insurance policies. And what we saw happen after Hurricane Sandy were allegations and evidence of underpayments of flood insurance claims. And frankly, that is unacceptable to us.
Lemaitre said FEMA and the Sandy victims are on the same team.
Our job is to find ways to make sure that these survivors get every dollar that they are owed.
For Pat O'Shea, whose Ocean Beach, New Jersey home was flooded by Sandy with more than $250,000 in damage, the nightmare continues.
When I interact with FEMA, they are very nice people, but nothing gets done. I've only heard from them each time they changed an agent. So I'm on my 3rd agent, and all they do is call and introduce themselves.
Neil W. McCabe, One American News, Washington.